Week 2 of CAB.
Yes.
Check. Made it through. How'd it go?
It was great. It's off the charts as far as people talking, sharing with one another, engagements. I thought was really good. It's like I said, I think we have a good group in here. We even had some new people that engaged, which is pretty cool. So a lot of times people look at goals and they plan, okay, these are my 10 goals that I'm going to do this year. Today's topic was, what is the one goal that you want to achieve? And then we talked about why does it matter? And then we talked about kind of breaking that down a little bit as you move forward and just concentrating on one goal, making that your focus point. Because a lot of times in businesses, what I've seen anyways, is people have all these goals and then in November or December, they look back at them and they didn't meet any of them. So my thing was, what is the one thing that you do want to get accomplished? You can still have other goals out there, but what is the one main thing?
What's the one thing that's going to make a difference in the growth overall? Todd Herman teaches the 90-day year. And one of the things that he teaches is that just one goal. Recognizing which one is going to move the needle for your business and affect everything else. What's your one goal for your business?
I'll kind of talk about the CAB Growth Hub, that's coming out of CAB. My goal on that is 300 clients inside of that within the next 12 months. And how I'm going to get there is by doing the promotions that I'm doing here at CAB, doing the online promotions and reaching out that way, and then talking to other people out there to share what I have, because I can't do it myself. But I know if I have people out there that are ambassadors for CAB and the Growth Hub and stuff, they're going to recommend people.
My goal is to help 200 businesses. Really, it's helping them find their asset in-house for their video marketing. So instead of having to outsource it and try and figure out different agencies and then trying to find someone in-house to give them the content that they need, just having that one person and using the content within. If you fail to share what it is that you do for people and others realizing, oh, that's what you do? That's how you help? Now I'm interested. Same with the Growth Hub. A lot of people didn't recognize who it was that you were trying to serve. And once you define that, then you had more and more people interested and sharing. And in my case, Brent stepped up and shared not only my dream, but another individual's goal. And that makes a big difference when you have someone speaking on your behalf.
I call them ambassadors. When you have people out there that think highly enough of you to say, hey, you know what? How can we help you reach that? And like I said, there's certain goals that we can't do ourselves, but if we let people know, they can help to put the people in our path and just keep it top of mind. Because a lot of times when we're out there, if people don't know what we do, they can't refer you and they can't refer people to you. And so the exercise that we did today was really designed to, hey, here's my goal. Here's why it matters to me. Here's how I'm planning on reaching that. And then other people were stepping up saying, hey, I can help you with that. Or I know people. And it just, to me, the minute you share it, now everybody knows what your goal is and they know what you do versus, hey, I'm going to keep this goal. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to stick it in my drawer. And in November, I'm going to look at it again. That's not what this is designed to do. It is let people know what your goal is so they can help you, because everybody wants to help. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is. A lot of people, they just, how can I help you? And a lot of times you might even start out a conversation. Hey, I need your help. Here's my goal. Here's why it matters to me. Here's what I'm thinking of doing. Can you give me some advice? And that's what today was about.
I think CAB is a great example of just where people come together to give help. People come to CAB to serve others. And that's where, like you've always said, building relationships before transactions, because you have your one goal. At this point, once you've stated your goal, then you're going to need to get a strategy to meet and reach, hopefully exceed that goal. And what are those pieces that you're going to need to complete on a daily, weekly, monthly basis in order to achieve that goal for the year and break it down. And then you have different individuals throughout CAB who are willing to step up and say, hey, I can help you with this part. I mean, we had one individual today that she's a bookkeeper. She wanted to really expand her knowledge and help people outside of who she's normally helped and work with people needing help with trusts. And one of our financial advisor, he stepped up and he's like, I have people that need your help. Let's do it. All she had to say was who she wanted to serve, what she wanted to do. And we're able to identify people right away out of the group.
Yeah. And like I said, that's probably, I mean, I love the exercises that we do. I love the structure that we have for CAB, but it's those conversations and the light bulb going off in somebody's head. And they've been in meetings or been in CAB, for months together. But until she stated that other individual never came forward until that happened. Even though he knew what she did, but when she started clarifying it a little bit, wanting to expand even outside of the normal bookkeeping stuff, was the goal is that, hey, I want to go into some of these other niches that I don't know about. I want to learn about them, and I want to be able to help those businesses. And that's just sparked another conversation there.
I love to see that growth and that expansion throughout. Speaking of, we have repeat CAB members. So people, by the way, you can be part of CAB. Just show up, you're a member. There's no pay. Now, the Growth Hub is an extension and can help you basically amplify your business and personal development. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Still in the refining stages. Probably going to be rolling more of it out next week. That talks a little bit about, but it's going to take the stuff that we do on our weekly basis at CAB, put it into a Facebook group. And then in that Facebook group, there's going to be some videos in there and some trainings that you're not necessarily going to get at CAB. So it's going to be able to take your business to that next level. And also, if you're not able to make it to a CAB, normally if you come to CAB this week and you don't come next week, there might be a piece that you miss. They don't build on each other, but it is an important piece. That training isn't out there anymore because it's live, where now I'm going to be able to put a lot of that stuff in the Growth Hub. So if people do miss CAB, they can go there. That is a membership base. So there is some cost to it, but they're going to get more value. And it's for the ones that want to commit to growing their business, because not everybody is at that point. They just say, hey, you know what, I'm good with CAB, and that is fine, 100% fine. But if they want to go to that next level and need some assistance and some help, I can help get them there.
Don't look at it as a cost. Look at it as an investment, because it's really what it is, especially when you're talking about growth. But again, when I was talking about the repeat members, we had an individual step up and say, hey, I made it a point to make it to CAB today, and I really made it a point to make it to CAB last week because it was the first of the year, and I want to start it off right. And I've noticed that when I come to CAB, especially at the beginning of the year, and I start my year off with that momentum, it makes a difference throughout the rest of the year. She not only wanted to do that for herself, but she wanted to make it known to everybody at CAB.
Yep, she wanted to share that is CAB is it.
Yeah, it just makes a huge impact on not only how she reaches out to people, but who she's reaching out to as well.
Well, when she started coming to CAB, she said it was January 25 last year was the first time she came to CAB. And she's made it a point to be here whenever she's in town and grow. And she's gotten a lot of value from that. And that's why she said she wanted to be here last week and this week, just to tell people that, hey, I've made a commitment and I'm going to start my year off right. So I thought that was pretty cool. Speaks volumes of what happens. It's not necessarily the things that I've done, but what our group has done together. I'll just kind of wrap up this portion of this, but the goal was to get people to write down that one goal and the reason for why it matters, and then what the next steps are, and then to refine that. This is not the finished product, but it was an opportunity to write it down and then discuss it in a small group setting, just to kind of refine some things. But now the goal is over the next week is go back and just refine it and make it, okay, now I'm going to visualize it. Now I'm going to get clarity on it, because I created this event, but nobody had this worksheet until today. So they didn't have time to come in with a prepared goal or anything like that. They knew what I was going to talk about, but they didn't know the structure of it. So now the goal is, and now you know this, now go out and create the structure and then be accountable. And telling people at CAB today holds people accountable. And they talk to the group. So I assume over the next few months, people are going to ask other people that share their goals, hey, how's that going? where are you at? Do you need my help in anything, or where can I help? Because it's going to now hold people accountable to, hey, I've set my goal. Now I need to do something, because even with me with 300 members, next December, I don't want to be looking back at it and say, oh, I only got 2 members. I need to be looking at it constantly and be aware of it. And that's why it's best to have the one goal that you want to hit, and the other goals that you will hit and you can work towards. But you got to have that focus on that one, and the other ones will fall in line. Because if I hit the 300 member mark, the other goals that I have set will hit.
It's about taking action steps every single day towards that goal.
Yeah.
So that you can hit it or achieve it. So if your goal is 200 people, but then you also have a revenue goal, well, obviously you're going to hit that revenue goal if you hit that people goal. But what I do like is that you are focusing more on the people, because that's who you're serving.
I think it was Jim Rohn that's always said this, if you do the right thing and take care of the people, the money will come. And I think, and I believe wholeheartedly in that is, you need money to survive and things like that, but you take care of the people, you build that trust, the others will follow. And then my goal is 300, the revenue is going to be there.
Speaking of taking care of the people, We Are Local is really built around the community. It helps a lot of smaller businesses, along with some of the larger, but the smaller businesses reach out and have a presence throughout the community. And then we, of course, have the games within the print We Are Local, a lot of the sponsorships as well. And that has grown. I mean, we've almost doubled that here recently. So we have the online version, which we've had for basically the whole time, but now we're building and expanding on more of a business highlight section as well, which again will be online. That's huge. And then we've got, of course,
the local bites. Yep. Got a lot of stuff in the works, but it all takes time and planning and stuff. And I want to do it right when I release things. It's like with the Cab Growth Hub. Timing has to be right. I did want it to have everything ready to go by the end of December. Didn't happen, so I didn't roll it out because I want to do it right. So I have a clear direction of where I want to go.
Yeah, and you'll constantly be building that as you find out from others what all their needs are within that Growth Hub. Make sure that if you aren't already following what's happening in Great Falls, that you are now, as well as CAP.
Yeah, awesome. And thank you, Jesse, for doing this. I run CAP, and I ran it for 7 years, but it's great to have partners like you that come in and say, hey, let's do this. Let's help out this. Let's bring more value with the behind the scenes of We Are Local. You've just been a great friend and a partner as we launched 2026 to be one of the best years that I've had in this social media world.
We'd like to take a moment to thank the local businesses who helped make this podcast possible. The Brett Harris Insurance Agency, The Connection Doctor, and Treasure State Payments. These are the businesses that believe in supporting local people, local conversations, and a stronger community. And we're grateful for their support.